Welcome, I'm Mike Sharpwriter, and today we'll be talking about Star Trek Online and another set. So this will be, one of the last sets we're going to be covering. It's going to be the Bajor Defense Set from the episode Scylla and Charybdis. And, as always, I always recommend like, comment, and subscribe. We recently hit 60. Well, I want to see 69. Yeah, I don't know why, but that's always a good thing. But anyway, as with the most other missions, this is another replay, and was pretty much the last or second to last free week event where you can unlock rewards each week in addition to the standard reward. This one is going to have the enhanced universe tech upgrade or a specialization point, or HUD. And this one, whilst we learned how to get through as fast as possible, or speedrunning, this really didn't really apply too much. As this is also an anniversary event, this got a 4-piece set. As like most of anniversary episodes, such as this, this set was actually part of that is locked to a event ship. It had a part of this event ship. In this case, it's the Bajor Defense Set, which is in the Phoenix box as an event, as an epic prize. The good news is that the warp core, the Singularity core, is available as part of the rare category prize, the ultra rare prize pack, which is one down. So you do, but it's a lot slightly more common. But due to how expensive to obtain the ship, and I'll treat the analysis that the ship isn't really available, and you might be able to get hold of the warp core. Okay, some more additional notes. Most stats are shown are going to be as the item is Mark 12 very rare unless noted. Any stat missing is often dependent on a stat variable based on your ship and your power configurations. Most unique mission gear will be given Mark 12 very rare unless noted. If you somehow manage to obtain the items early, you will obtain the mark appropriate version to your level at very rare. This item will also be freely upgradable to Mark 12 very rare once you are able to use it. This is the Bajor Defense Covariant Shield Array. This is actually more about capacity than damage prevention. So this will it's got the highest capacity, one of the highest capacities as your shields go, and as a slow regeneration. This does as a high shield capacity, and it's okay shield regeneration every 6 seconds. It's rated every 6 seconds. It reduces all enemy damage by 10%. This is not a massive thing, and it's somewhat standard. The big thing is it's the retaliatory coronal shield ejection. When any shield facing is depleted, you do about nearly 3,000 damage to all enemies in a cone along that facing, and to all enemies that got hit, you also get 300 plasma damage per second. This shield facing burst can trigger once every 30 seconds for a particular shield facing. So you can trigger it multiple times depending on where you get shield facing. You have just seen the actual thing apply to, well, on all shield facings at the same time, but it's usually one or two shield facings when you fly it. The next up is the Bajor Defense Defect Array. This increases your shield capacity even more than some of the other stuff, and that gives like some control and drain expertise. This drain is going to be somewhat useful for later. It has weapon capacity dampening, which I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it also has some control. It also boosts control abilities that when you use control abilities, it reduces foes outgoing damage a bit, and is affected by control abilities by and it reduces it by about 10%, and for about 10 seconds. So not bad, but doesn't really. You really need to be careful with it. And the final piece of the 3-piece set is the Bajor Defense App Impulse Engines, and well, you got flight speed, decent flight speed, and because if you have a high speed, app impulse engines require you to have a high input engine power. It will go very quickly. It works with high engine power, and you got 10. You got 11.2 turn rate and quite fast full input speed. And then the unique thing to this engine is hull scraping, which does 200 kinetic damage with 100% shield penetration to enemy hull when within 6 kilometers. It scales up to 1,000 kinetic damage at 100% throttle. And then the affected foe will basically be immune to hull scraping for about 10 seconds. And then you've got Ramming Initiative. Ramming speed may activate at 90% of hull instead of the 50% of stuff. And you can also, and of course, you've also got the standard full input speed, impulse power. So as always, these have got set bonuses. We've equipped any 2 parts of the system of the 4 pieces. You can improve phaser damage, disruptor damage, and plasma damage, which is standard weapon types for most of the standard 3 classes, by 17.8%. Not a bad thing to carry. Range modulation. This increases the energy siphoning field, and increases range from 2 kilometers to 5 kilometers. So very nice if you had the warp core, and the coronal ejection, which is from the shield, increases the range by doubling it to 5 kilometers. So you get a lot more hits with it. Yeah. So who's this free set about? This is me. People like to get in close and do damage and do a bit of science. Do a bit of science as well. I really didn't recheck. Didn't the notes for that. The shield's bad on foes after you the break shields. This actually reminds me of Nova shields from Borderlands 2. Yeah. And when you're almost touching them, you can do some damage. And in theory, it sounds like the spike shields from Borderlands 2, but not as great. The set bonuses for weapon boosting is great, and especially if you use one of those 3 types. So it's not. In my opinion, is this a 3-piece set good? As a budget judgment, it's not a bad set. It's one that lasts, but this is one of the last deflector shields and input engines that you can get in the storyline. This means almost all the sets I've covered or escaped is actually on the table. If this is your first playthrough, I personally wouldn't recommend this set, as it's more offensively inclined than most of the other sets I've used. Also, without the warp core from the set, this really does feel like there's something missing. Now, talking about that 4-piece set, we better go and talk about the ship. Now, this ship was actually given out during the 8th anniversary event, which is the same event that Scylla and Charybdis launched. So the Bajor Interceptor is a pretty nice thing. Now, as this is an epic prize pack token, this is the hard ship to obtain. As the Bajor Interceptor it has got some unique consoles, and the Domino console, which is pretty popular about it, is included with this, and pretty much is the reason why a lot of people will go for this ship, even if it isn't just for the one for the warp car. So, as I said, but the warp car itself isn't just available with the ship; it's available somewhere else. There is another way. As a slightly easier to attain ultra rare token, the warp car and Singularity cars were added to the Phoenix box some time ago. At time of writing, this is the only anniversary set piece that is available like this. So it's only available in the Phoenix. So let's actually get to go on talking about talking about how to get the warp car. Let's actually talk about the actual warp car itself. So, the Bajor Defense Set average warp car, the Antimatter variants of this one, the Singularity version is coming up in a little while. This boosts the engine power, which helps you with your impulse engines. Very nice for actually doing your. Very nice to take advantage of those happy impulse engines, because more power to them. Right. And it increases some standard warp core efficiency and subsystem performances. Very nice. And adds 7.5 of your engine power to shield power as bonus power. That means if you have engine power at 100, it'll add 7 or 8 shields in addition to whatever is set on the shield power, and whatever you get bonus from everywhere else. So, and there's got a 50% reduction cooldown on transwarp, although I don't think that applies too much from here on out. Then the warp core's special ability is Sapphire Field. This is going to be the same with both the warp core and the Singularity core. Up towards three foes within 2 kilometers, or 5, depending on if you have the full set or not. You'll drain 7 power from each level for 3 seconds. And after 3 seconds, you'll start gaining that power back into your systems. And that means you can do more damage, take a bit more with shields, or move a bit faster. And if you have if you have the 4-piece set bonuses, I think or 3 parts of the bonuses, you get 15 damage resistance rating and reduction that is on the target, and you get 15 damage resistant rating boost to yourself, and 24% target reduction, turn rate on your target, and you get yourself a turn rate boost as well, so you can turn fast and do the damage. As for the Singularity curve, it's more or less the exact same thing, but tweaked towards having a Singularity curve, and very nice. And as ended before, we get the 4-piece The energy siphon now reduces turn rate and lowers resistance while providing you with the same bonuses. All very nice. Now here's the 4P set bonus. The drain effect really makes things come together. The passive debuff allows you to get more damage in and can keep the foe's main weapons away from you. It all goes well. It all goes into getting in and out quickly, and doing the damage as you go. The big question is, do I actually use it? Yes, I do. I'm currently using this set on one of my phaser based ships. I keep it on for the start of a theme build that I've never got around to actually completing. However, it is a long mission, and most of my pre-2018 characters, which basically the Gemini on my review, and every other character that I've done let's play, every other character let's play characters have a different set that are better suited towards them, and this is pretty much towards the tail end of the storyline. I mean, we've got, if we're not counting some of the other story missions, this is really the tail end of the storyline. So, this has been Mike Sharkwriter. See you guys next time.